Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will get the first crack at it here. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Davis looking to pass. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in scrimmage that is completely wowing everybody. Now the question, can he do it when the lights are on and everybody's watching?
And I think receiver is the best spot to transfer being a freshman. Like, it's not the biggest adjustment. These guys aren't so much bigger that you're going against. It's speed. He has the speed. He has the hype. I'm excited to watch this debut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Across the 35. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. Brown will throw it. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Ready to fire from the pistol. Hands it off. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Davis will throw. Gonna let it fly. He's got it on the left. Here he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Hawaii. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's up to 55 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Napier. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Brown wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Off play action on first down. Here's the pressure. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Davis looking to pass. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And the Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Sometimes these guys just there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Rainbow Warriors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Davis will throw. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their...
He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haw. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The give to Davis. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to impose their will with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What a good job by the defense to force that play outside.
And it's tough when you're a defense and you like to play fast and aggressive. Those counter plays are usually something that's good to run at them, but if you can be smart and stay sound and stay home and understand.
Breaks into the open. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Power football with the run. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll try the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's talk for a second about Hawaii. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Davis looking to pass. It's complete to the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Hampton.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Brown will throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They go to the wide receiver screen. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. This will likely be the last play of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. On the move. Makes one man miss. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Stanford to the line on third and long. Brown wants to pass. Buys a little time. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The big tight end was fighting for every inch, but he will be stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. Trying to escape. Oh, he's got some space.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away and you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Used the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. He's piled up 97 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Brown will throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard him.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The give on the inside. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Brown wants to pass. He's got it on the run. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, He's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Davis will throw. Quickly complete. Nice move to pick up yardage. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. And the Rainbow Warriors have this offense rolling. Hauls it in. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Makes the catch. It's Gump. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Brown will throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Stanford! Fit it in the window for the score.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Middle Tennessee is going to enjoy the trip back to Murfreesboro after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Floyd Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Rainbow Warriors are flying down the field. He'll pull it on the read. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The RPO fire complete to the left. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. The Rainbow Warriors back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Handoff from the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first two. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man.
Turning it on. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give to the tailback. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Give him 88 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.